Hello people, this is a video about how to use our new healing cards. First of all, what are the healing cards? It's a collection of cards consisting of two different types. One type is the base card. The others are command cards. I will tell details about this later. First, I will tell a little bit about what it is. The tool which will do the healing with the card set is the base card. When you look at the base card on the back side, there's also some logo, and under the logo is some metal disc, and on the metal disc is some crystal sets. This crystal set on the base card is working like the crystals in our Pearlgonites. So the base card, in fact, is Pearlgonite technology. So all what we can do with the healing cards, we can do with base cards or with Pearlgonites. I will add a link to Pearlgonites to Pearlgonite infos in the description of the video, below the video. Like all our texts, the crystals in the base cards are working with voice command. I also add a link about voice commanding in the video description. You may know about our healing crystals. I made a video about this, I think 2 years ago, and also I make a link in the description to this video. And you may ask, what is the difference? The healing crystals are only doing healing on higher levels are healing only bodies on higher levels, on higher layers. The new healing cards are doing healings on all levels and of all kinds, and the new healings are much stronger. The healing cards will work, like all Pearlgonite technology, will work only for G2 classified people or higher. And they are not working for the 142 million. I add a link in the video description about the Protoi classification and about the 142 million, so that you know what it is and maybe if you belong to this. So, as all our text is voice controlled, you might ask, why do we need cards? As I told before, the healing cards consist of two parts, the base card and so-called command cards. This card, the Pearlgonite technology has huge power potential, and this power is on a level that we cannot give all the power to the people, because we have to avoid misuse of the technology. So only a very few people have the full command authority about Pearlgonite technology. But we were thinking about how to enable the full healing power of this technology for everyone. And for this, we developed command cards. You see here, there are 3 different kinds of command cards from 3 different groups. Every group has its own color. There are 10 cards in every group. Each card consists a huge set of predefined commands between 330,000 and 3.2 million commands per each card. These cards are predefined and protected against misuse. So, by using the cards which are connected, the commands which are connected to the cards, we can offer the full power of Pearlgonite technology to everyone. Now, I always say Pearlgonite technology. We have this base card which belongs to the card set, but you can use the command cards in the card healing system. Not only with base cards, you can use it with every Pearlgonite which you have. For example, with the pentagon Pearlgonite or with some octagon Pearlgonite, and even with the Superberg Pearlgonite if you have one, but only a few people have one. There are 2 kinds how you can work with the cards. The first kind, and this is the kind that we in fact can use right now, is that you use our disease list, which we have done in the forum, in our forum. I will add also links for this in the video description. I will make an example for this later, how to use it with this. The second, more advanced way to use these cards is by using higher cognitions. Some people already have these cognitions. Many people will get this kind of cognitions in future. It's not so far future. Each card has between 1 and 4 application areas. An application area means that if you're looking with higher cognition to some illness on some level, maybe 3D level, maybe 3D layer, maybe higher level, you see a symptom and you can describe what's happening there. So when I'm talking now about symptoms of an illness, I'm talking about that people see the symptoms with higher cognition. It's not about the symptoms that the ill person has here in 3D. So, what happened? Someone who have the cognition skills is looking to a person, is looking for the reason of a disease. This person may not know what disease it is at all. He just sees what is causing this. And he knows from another list of the card that it is exactly for the one what he sees, he needs this card, because this kind of what's happening for the what's causing the disease is in this card, and the other thing is in this card. So he knows, without knowing the disease, just with seeing the symptoms with higher cognition, he needs these two cards for the healing. And so this person who has the cognition, can select these two cards and can select all cards from the card set which are needed for the job. But this kind of working with higher cognitions is not really possible right now, because we didn't finish the list which is needed with the groups, because every card has 1 to 4 symptoms which what they're good for, as I told before. So right now the only way to work with it for the moment is with the disease list. If you have a disease which is not in the list, you will just need to add a request in the forum, and we will add it to the list as soon as possible. So now let's go to work, and let's look how we're doing this in detail. You have to start, you can stay there. You have to start with a blank paper. The first step is you have to write down and define who you want to heal. You must write an identification. You should write the name, you should write where this person is living, maybe an address, maybe birthday, maybe how this person is related to you, maybe it's a friend, it's a colleague at job, it's brother, mother, sister, whatever child. You have to make a clear, unique identification. If the base card or the Pearlgonite cannot identify the person with the information you're writing on the paper, the programs will not start, the healing will not run. One other option, what makes it easy with the identification, is you can give the card or the Pearlgonite the permission to take this identification from your memory. But this is only working with your permission, because they don't have the right to get information from you without your permission. But you can get it from your memory. So you write down the identification, and to make it easy for this sample case, I write down me because I want to make something for me as example. The next step is you're looking in the disease list and you see, okay, I need some 3 cards. I just take now 3 cards because I didn't select some illness, special illness now. It's just an example and it will not start working for me because it's just an example. So when you get the cards you need from the list, and this can be 1 card, this can be 2 cards, but there are also diseases where this is 10 cards. Okay. You see that every card, there are 3 colors of cards, and because they are working in 3 different levels, 3 different layers. Very special is the group 3, the orange cards. If your disease, what you want to heal, includes cards from group number 3, you must have permission from the person you want to heal if you want to apply these healings to this person. Because these are working on emotional energies, these are working on energies which are touching the personality of person. So this is, for this you need the agreement. The agreement can be that the person is sitting beside you at the table and just agrees with voice. The agreement can be that you got a paper with where it's written the agreement from this person. In this case, you can use also the same paper for identification. Or if you have this person on telephone, so you put the telephone on loudspeakers so that the crystal in the base card or in the Pearlgonite hears the agreement from the person on the telephone. And if the person gave you personally the agreement in advance, you also can order to get it from your memory. As you also but you need to give permission for this. It's the same like with identification. So after you selected all cards that you need, you start by putting the base card or the Pearlgonite or more of it on the paper. By just putting it on the paper with the identification, you define that you're programming now these papers, these tools. And you can put on the paper as much tools as you want. They are all working the same. The difference between them is just the range, but I will tell this later. So, right now I prepared here programming of 3 tools, 2 Pearlgonites, a small one, pentagon, and a big one, octagon, and a base card. And I have 3 cards, which I selected for the healing. I put them on the card. This is the program to execute. And now, as these tools are hearing to your voice commands, you have to specify. You specify the illness you, with voice command, as I'm talking now to you in the video, you have to talk to the tools. And you're specifying which illness you want to heal. You're specifying to focus on it. You're specifying to give it maybe priority. The more you specify, or you can say, I have this, here it hurts. Specify on this, or specify on this, or the more you specify, the better and stronger the healing will be. So after specifying this with voice commands, you take this card from the card set. It's the Go card. And you just put the Go card on your healing cards, like this. And this means go. This putting down these cards means you finish the program and the program starts to run. After a program is finished, after you put the Go card, you cannot change the program. This is running, this is finished then. You just can stop it, also with a voice command, and say, stop this program with running, what I did now, and do it all again. You can use your paper if it's for the same people, for the same, put it again, put your cards, maybe you forget another card, and then do again. But you cannot change a running program, you can just delete it and make it. So, that's how it works. Now, what about the different tools? It's very easy, it's the range. Here in the metal plate, in the metal disc, is the same crystal set like in the Pearlgonites. It's only a smaller number of crystals. and it's in much easier, much simpler geometric order, and this geometric order has direct impact on the range. So the range of the base cut is 3 kilometers, meaning whoever you want to heal must be 3 kilometers around you. You can also heal everyone in 3 kilometers around you. This cut is not limited on the number of people you're healing. But remember, if someone is near you and you start a program and he leaves you and he's out of range, it stops. It starts back when he's coming back in the range, but it's always the topic with the range. Now the Pearlgonites, there are three different kinds of Pearlgonites. We have the pentagon Pearlgonites, and it doesn't matter the size. It's also the very small that we have on key rings or the big ones. They all have a range of 24 kilometers. And there are the octagon Pearlgonites. And the octagon Pearlgonites, independent from size, have a range of 36 kilometers. And there are the super Pearlgonites like this. The super Pearlgonites have always a range of 2,300 kilometers. But there, as I told, there are only a few people who have this. And yeah, I think that's all for today. I hope you have fun with the new tools. And I say bye till the next video.